Today we're going to learn how to do inverse kinematic animation, and we're going to be using a free plugin that you can find at dudoof.net. If you need to put this on your own system, it's already on our computers. You'll make sure you're in the English section and you'll click on downloads. He also has a lot of excellent tutorials that will help you use the other options that come with this plugin. So when you download that file, you'll get this zip file, so we'll open it, and then you'll want to go to After Effects, Scripts, and you'll dump the Duik icons in Scripts, and then you'll go to the Script UI panel and you will dump the Duik JSX in there. Now we can open After Effects. And we can open our project, 16 inverse kinematics. Alright, and so I've put together a skeleton for us to animate today. Let's take a look at the anchor points. So let's make the color a little easier to see. Green will help us. So if we look at the right hand, we see that the anchor point's at the wrist, forearm is at the elbow, the right arm is at the shoulder, the skull is at the base of the skull and the top of the spine, the torso is right around where the belly button goes, left hand's on the wrist, right forearm, left forearm's on the elbow, left arm's at the shoulder, right leg is at the hip, right calf is at the knee, right foot is at the ankle, left leg is at the hip, left calf is at the knee, and left foot is at the ankle. Okay, so now let's go ahead and make these a little more drab. And ultimately they're going to go away. We're gonna shy them. Okay, so with forward kinematics, you know, we had to parent everything to the shoulder and work from there. With inverse kinematics, we're going to make everything operate from the hand, and so all we'll need to be able to do is grab the hand, and it will all work properly for us, and it will speed up our animation, and it's a far superior way to go about this. So first we need to open up our plugin, and let's put it on the top here. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to parent our layer so that the hands and the feet control the arms and the legs, and then the torso controls each limb and the head. So we'll start with our right hand and we'll parent it to the forearm, our forearm to the right arm, our right arm to the torso. Let's make our torso a little more noticeable. We will parent our skull to the torso. We'll go left hand to forearm, left forearm to arm, and arm to torso. We will go right foot to right calf to right leg to torso, left foot to left calf to left leg, and left leg to torso. Alright, now that that's done, let's create our IK controls. We want our hand to be the controller, so we'll click on right hand and we'll click on controller, and you'll see that it creates a null object that drops exactly where our anchor point is, so it's important that we set our anchor point right. Now we will select the chain in the order that we want it to happen. So we'll start with the right hand first, select that, and then hold down the command key and click forearm, arm, and then controller, and hit IK creation. And if we click out of all of those layers, so we're just on the controller, then we will see that we are controlling that arm. The elbow is not bending right, so we will go into the effects control panel and we'll hit this little checkbox, and that will flip it so that it's working the way we want it. And this is animatable, so if while you're posing you need that elbow to flip, you would just need to click and unclick that box and create those keyframes. Now the way that we're going to animate is basically using two tools. We're going to use, by hitting the hotkey V, we will be able to play with the position of the arm, and by hitting the hotkey W, we'll use this rotate tool. I'll hit W. We'll use this rotate tool to change the position of the wrist. So W and V are basically the tools that we need, as opposed to messing with all those keyframes. Now let's go ahead. Let's turn on the shy guy, and so when we get stuff done, we will shy those layers we don't want anymore. Alright, now let's set up the IK for our left hand. We will select left hand, hit controller, and we'll select left hand, hold down the command key, forearm, arm, left hand controller, IK creation, hit V, V please. So what's goofing up is I forgot to unclick all the layers. So let's just get just to the hand layer, and now it is behaving the way we want it to. Thank you. And we can shy that left arm. Now with the right leg, we'll start with the foot. We want that to be the controller. And we will kick foot, hold down the command key, calf, leg, right foot, create IK chain, and our knee is bending the way we want it to go. So we can hide our right leg. And now we want our left foot to be a controller. And so we'll click left foot, hold down the command key, calf, leg, left foot control, create IK chain. And if we just select that layer, now we can control this leg. Alright, so it'd be nice to have the skull be controlled the same way by just moving things. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically just use the same tool, but it'll be a forward kinematic link. We'll hit skull, hit controller, and we will just basically parent our skull to that controller. We'll hit W, and when we hit W, we can use this controller. And let's do the same thing with the torso. Controller. And we'll parent the torso to that. Hit V. Okay. So our body's playing. We need to parent our skull to our torso. Null. Now it's playing. And with our torso selected, you can now see that we control it. If I hit the W key, he'll bend. And it's all working really good. So we can hide, we can shy these guys. Let's make our torso a different color so that as we're animating we don't get lost. We'll make it yellow. And then we want to basically create one more null object, layer new null object. And we'll call that the master control, and it's going to control the whole body. And let's make that a unique color as well. And we will position it at the base of our feet. And we will parent our torso to it, so that when we and everything else will parent to it, so that when we move it, our whole body will go along. So our rig is all set up. I want to change the name of this composition, so let's hit Command K, and we'll call it IK Rig. And over in Project, and we can close IK Rig for right now. And in our project, we will select it, hit Command D, and duplicate it, hit Return, and we will call it IK Walking Cycle. This way, when we go to do other poses and actions, we can just duplicate this and start from scratch. All right, so let's now open up our new IK Walking Cycle. Let's set our render bar to 2 seconds, and we will start animating our walk. What we will do is we'll start by we'll hit Command A, select all our layers, hit the letter P, hold down Shift, hit the letter R, because those are the only things that we'll need to keyframe. And so now we've set keyframes for all those layers. And we will deselect them. And so let's make it'll ultimately be a 2-second walking cycle, but we'll let our first step take the first two, the first second. Where we want to start with is with our torso. So I'm going to make sure V is selected, and we will just kind of put a little bend in our guy's knees. And here is where he's in the extreme part of a step, and so he'll be a little bit lower. Position our leg here. Position our leg here. Actually, let's hit W. Let's kind of rock him forward a little bit. And we'll rotate the hand a little bit. We'll rotate this hand. And V. And I've already done this already. You guys will want to make sure that the checkbox is working on this arm to get our elbow to bend backwards. And so this arm will kind of be relaxed, slightly bent, but down by his hip. And then we will come to this position, halfway through. And what we'll do is we'll just raise our guy up. And then we will move to our 1 second position, and we will reposition our feet. W to kind of adjust the foot a little bit. Grab this guy, hit V, oops, undo. I just want the left foot, please. Okay. And then in this position we want to change our arms, so this one's more relaxed, and we'll put a little twist in the wrist and hit B, and we'll put this arm back. Alright, so let's just tighten that up. Hit 0 on the keypad and see what that looks like. So one thing we need to mess with is our left foot is going to slide on the ground, and our right foot needs to get picked up. So we will select our right foot, hit V, and we will bend up the Béziers because arcs is one of the basic principles of animation, and that will help pick up his foot. Let's pick it up even more with our arc. Okay. So our left foot slides flat, our right foot. Okay, so now let's go to our 2-second mark, and we will copy all of our keyframes. But when our right foot comes back, okay, so good. So we've got our arc, if we're looking at the right foot, we've got our arc stepping forward, and it's sliding straight coming back. But now we've got to create an arc in our left foot. So let's look at the Bézier on the left foot. We'll select that layer. We'll go to the end keyframe, and let's zoom in. And we'll click on the layer, and we'll bend the Bézier up. And let's see which one it is, because we've got one Bézier between for the first half of our keyframes, and then we've got another for the second half. So let's see which one we're on. So as we slide, we see that I picked the wrong Bézier handle. So we'll want to flatten that one, and we'll want to curve this one. So now we're sliding and arching up. And I don't think we've rotated our torso, so we'll hit W, rock him back a little bit, go to our end, and we'll no, to the end, please. There we go. And then we'll copy the first keyframe so we have a perfect loop. And now let's see what that looks like. Didn't copy our keyframes for our hands. And so now we can set our position, so that's a little better. So it's straight. This elbow needs to get a little more bent. Okay, and let's put a little rotation on our skull. So that he's kind of looking more alive. Let's see what that looks like. And that looks pretty good. So with that being done, I want you guys to copy the IK rig a couple times and give me a couple new poses. I mean, it could be something like he bends down and jumps out of frame. Right. He jumps out of frame. He could do jumping jacks. He can dance. Just give me a very simple kind of before and after action that you know that you can do in 2 or 3 seconds.